Rise and grind, folks. Guys, I am on the way to a brand new customer. They said that someone else came out to replace an expansion tank, but now they need help bleeding the air from the radiators. So let's go take a look, guys. I'm almost there now. I'll see y'all when I get inside. Okay, guys, I'm gonna fill you in on what's going on in a second. I just had to go back to the truck, get my meter. So guys, what's going on, man? So the guys, the customer got a circulator pump and expansion tank put in. Everything looks new, but I gotta make sure my expansion tank is drawing power. And unfortunately, parking, it is what it is. I'll see y'all when I get inside. They got a total of 3 radiators. I'm on the 2nd floor. Now, bleeding radiators is relatively elementary. You gotta look for the vent. Either you need a bleeder key for this style vent, or you're gonna have a flathead screw vent, in which we need a flathead screwdriver. But make sure you got enough pressure in the boiler, otherwise you may not get anything coming out the radiators. She said some were hot. They didn't really check up here, but right now we got about close to 20 PSI in the boiler. But guys, 130 is good money. Let me check this. $100+ is good. Let me check the bathroom. Yeah, 90. Yeah, this is good money. Guys, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take individual pics of every single radiator for verification, but let me take the pics of this one and the one in the other room. And this may be an educational call. I don't know what the set point was, but I'm gonna get more info when I go downstairs. All right, I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys. Everything's hot. I gotta find the customer. I'm just gonna explain to her thermostat operation. What temperature you want me to turn it up to? 72? All right, cool. All right.
Why turn it on 75? You don't want.
Yeah, she wants the 2nd floor to get warmer.
It's cold up here.
Yeah. All right, now here's the thing, right? When you turn it to 75, that 2nd floor is going to take a while to get cold. So like once it does get warm upstairs, you got to give it like, say, an hour or two once you crank it back down to 70 for it to. All right, cool. All right, guys, I'll be back. Guys, this was a relatively simple call. Also, this customer had a dryer vent in the kitchen. She wanted me to reconnect the line. Guys, this is all in and out. It wasn't really much to see here. I don't know, like I said, maybe she had a different company come out to do the expansion tank. But I spoke with the lady and her mom. Her mom said the plumber came out, and initially, guys, they said that the boiler was making a loud sound. Like it was a loud rocking sound. And they had one of those submarine style expansion tanks, the one that mount on the ceiling. And the plumbing company came out to replace the expansion tank. But once they did the expansion tank, they told the customer that she had to replace all the radiators. They gave her a quote of like $8,000 to replace all the radiators. And the customer, she was an elderly customer, but she knew something was up. And that's what prompted her to call us. And we came out here today. Everything is okay. One thing I carefully explained to the customer was that if the radiator is already hot, then there's no need to bleed air out. I think she said that not the company that did the expansion thing, another company told her that you should bleed air from the radiator 5 times a year. Guys, I mean, we hear crazy shit. I mean, I don't know where that came from, but at the end of the day, guys, we like to explain things, but we like to keep things as simple as possible. Having too much information, guys, you're going to get, what is it called, paralysis by analysis. Guys, that's one thing you need to learn too for my young service techs out there. If you try to over explain shit, you could, in your mind, you could be explaining things simple, but if you don't find ways to simplify what you're doing and simplify communicating things to customers, you're going to confuse the hell out of every single customer, guys. And that's regardless of your skill level. But make sure you guys are out there explaining things as simple as possible. But make sure, you know, you have some core competency as well. I don't know, you know, the quote to replace the radiators. I mean, the radiators aren't new, but it definitely doesn't look, you know, ancient to a point where something's going to leak. But guys, I'm glad we're able to get this customer up and going. They're definitely going to use us for maintenance for the boiler next fall. And like I said, connecting that drive-in line. That was a brand new dryer. The customer said that she bought for her mom. She didn't want her mom to keep going downstairs in the basement. So they relocated everything to the kitchen. So we just had to put a new drive-in line in. But guys, like, this is just another day in the life. We just rocking and rolling, guys. And we trying to make it to see another Friday. You guys know how it go. But guys, I got to get to the gym. And there was a call I had after this. But that got rescheduled until tomorrow morning. So this is technically my last call. But guys, I got to get to the gym. I got to get up out of here. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace!